Those are lies. Zinch will always show you the truth at the end, or maybe the beginning, or the middle. Kaladane is correct. Gifts of Chaos will be awarded today. Oh, shall they ever? How many heralds are out there? MiniWarGamer Dave here from MiniWarGaming.com. Welcome, Wargamers, to the Shrine of Chaos. Today is May 8th, 2014. In today's show, we're going to be doing a couple of things. One, at the end of the show, I'm going to be giving away some Plague Marines. These are converted, and they are special in that, yeah, that's all fuzzy, you can't see it, but they have zombie heads on them, and they're green stuffed. Now, the story behind these guys is a wargamer came in, contacted me, in fact, was the son of the school teacher of my daughter's kindergarten class. He saw the video where I was reading the Trolls book to the class, and he's like, hey, that's my mom's rocking chair in her kindergarten class. That's hilarious. I've seen that chair for 20 years. So he contacted me by seeing that video. He's like, hey, okay, I got to contact Dave because I got these models that I need to get rid of because I don't use them. So that's good for me, you see. And if it's good for me, it's good for you, because you get to be recipients of Gifts of Chaos, because that's what I'm going to do with these things. I'm going to give them away. There's not really much else one can do with these. I'm going to choose to give these guys away. Looks like we got a little bit of focus issues here. It's focused in the background and not in my face. I can't change it, unfortunately. I would have to turn off the broadcast and flip it. But the chances of this entire thing getting lost in the warp are quite high if I do that. So we're just going to have to proceed. And you'll have to just deal with the fuzzy eyes in the interim. So somebody's going to be given these at the end, whether they like it or not. The other thing that we're going to be doing in this Shrine of Chaos today is talking about the new series, 40K Deathmatch. Now, for those of you who aren't sure what that is, that's a very appropriate feeling. I have never explained it anywhere. So if you actually know what it is, then Zinch has given you powers, and you know already because you've seen the outcome of the 3 that I've had so far. 1 has already been posted in the vault, and I've just finished filming 2, and they will go out shortly. So I'm going to show you snippets. I'll show you small clips from those death matches in today's Shrine of Chaos, just to give you a sneak peek as to what it is and what it's all about. And for that series, and for all 40K battle reports in the future, I've had Cullen, our resident co-op student, create a very special intro for that. And it's raising the stakes, it's upping the notch, it's increasing the polish factor. Very much inspired by my bro Chung from WG Consortium, because he's all about the polish factor, man. He's all about providing a quality video that he spends hours creating and putting his blood, sweat, and tears and chaotic goodness into, even though he doesn't know it because he collects Tau. He puts his chaotic goodness into it because he loves it so much, to make the best possible video that he can create with his own essence and psyche. Very much inspired by that. That's why I wanted this new intro made. So I'll also show you that to get your feedback on that. If you're watching the recorded version of this show, then all subsequent links to everything that we'll be talking about in this video will be included in the video description below. And we're going to do a Chaos Comment Bomb at some point today in the show. Not quite yet, because I like for there to be at least 100 live viewers. Or model count. That's what we call it. We call the viewers model counts. If you've never seen the show before, that's what I'm talking about when I say that. In fact, what is the model count right now? Do we know what it is? I'm sure we do. I don't know because it doesn't tell me. That's a lie. It tells me right now. 107? Is that what it is right now? I'm going to... 111. All right. So people are already contradicting the chaos that is flowing from the Shrine of Chaos. And this is what we're going to do. We're going to go ahead and do that soon. You know what? We're going to do that right away. And the reason why we're going to do that right away is because it's over 100. There's really no reason not to. For people joining the show later on, they would have missed it, and that's okay. They'll be around for the giveaway at the end. Now, if you're not sure what a Chaos Comet Bomb is, this is what this is. I'm going to provide a link in the chat, which I'll also provide in the video description in the recorded video afterwards. You'll click on this link. It'll bring you to a YouTube video. On this YouTube video, you'll leave a comment. And the comment could be something to the effect of, "The Shrine of Chaos welcomes you." Or it could say, maybe, "The Eye of Terror sees you." I just closed this one. That didn't really work. Or it could maybe say, like, "Dave says hi, and he loves you because you collect chaos." But these are all just suggestions as to what you could say. You can really leave anything, really. The idea is to comment bomb this person, so much so that if the comments are connected to updating on his phone, that his phone will explode when he's driving. That's what he gets for texting while driving, because we don't like it when people... Okay, here you go. Here's the link. I'm going to post it right now. There you go. Click on that video. Leave your comment. I'm really curious. I want to see how this goes for him right now, because this was a very fantastic video. I watched it, and it's very relevant to today's show, because we're talking about Plague Marines a little bit. Well, they're the giveaway. We're not going to really be talking about them too much. We're going to be talking more about the 40k deathmatch, because this thing has gotten me so excited, and you'll see that from the videos, this clips that I'll show you in just one moment. But for fun's sake, I'm going to click on the automatic updated comments, because I want to see the, what people are saying, because that's really what matters here. Dave says, "Hi, greetings from the Warp Chaos Bomb, the Eye of Chaos, Dave. Dave needs more blood for the Blood God." I would agree with all of those comments, and the more we can leave here, the better, because, like I said, we want to explode this guy's phone. That's the only way to do it. Nothing else is a possibility or an option in this Chaos Comet Bomb. Title of this video is Death Guard Plague Marines Built, and Hazard Syndrome is the YouTube channel. Thank you, Hazard Syndrome, for posting this video on this Plague Marine that you converted. Very nice job. I approve. I like it. Quite a bit, actually. So much so that I included it in the live show today. That's just the truth. Truth with an F, because that's how someone in my life says it, and I think it's cute every time they say it. It's a little girl who's related to me because she's my daughter, and she doesn't collect Tau because she knows not to do bad things. So, okay, one more refresh here just to see the new comments, because it's just funness. It's all the fun factor. If you were a Chaos model, you would have the Mark of Dave. Okay, Enlightened Scage Tyre. That was a very, very... I'm going to lock that away. I'm going to lock that comment away, man. That was special to me. I'm going to put it around my neck right now. So, getting right into the meat of this show, I'm going to show you the new intro for the 40k deathmatch. I'm going to let it play. Make sure your speakers are at a level that they won't deafen you, because there's a little bit of volume that you're going to be receiving right now. And I hope you enjoy.
MiniWarGaming.com presents Warhammer 40k Battle Report. Chaos Ice Marine versus Astra Militarum, Reign of Chaos. Let's battle.
Did you like it? Was it good? Please leave your comments. And please be honest. Don't be... No, I'm not going to tell you anything. Just leave whatever you feel. If you're thinking pancakes, leave pancakes. As you thought, you can't help it, right? But hopefully it's relevant to what you just saw. It's important because that actually hasn't been used yet. So if there's a final tweak that can be used on it to make it that much better, I would appreciate it. Something just happened to the screen. It made it all fuzzy. I don't know. Yeah. Okay, so it seems like it's a lot of good positive feedback there. Felt like a pay-per-view fight. Well, that's kind of what it is. Half of them are that way. If you consider like the vault bat reps, it's kind of funny you should say that because it's kind of like it was unintentional. Let's just put it that way. Looks like a lot of wrestling match promotion. Yep, definitely suits chaos. I heard a bunch of chaos awesome. Well, I posted my chaos comment on the YouTube. What did I miss? Sketh, you missed it. Oh, you missed the new intro, man. Like, you know what? Okay, just for you, I'm gonna play it again. Are you guys okay with that? Is everyone okay with seeing it again? It's only like 10 seconds long. I'll play it again.
MiniWarGaming.com presents Warhammer 40k Battle Report. Chaos Ice Marine. 15. Astra Militarum. Reign of Chaos. Let's battle.
And there it is, if you missed it. So, please be sure to leave comments on the recorded video afterwards because these comments that are live, I don't see them ever again. They're lost in the warp. They're floating around in cyberspace. And it would be greatly appreciated if maybe you could save the comment and put it on the video afterwards. Just because, you know, like to see it. Like to see the feedback. So, now, this is what I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you a clip as to what the whole deathmatch is. Okay, now the intro that you just saw is the new intro for all 40k bat reps, including the deathmatch. So deathmatch is actually something different. So if you see a regular 1500 point game of Chaos Space Marines versus Imperial Guard or Astra Militarum now, that's the intro you'll see. If you see a deathmatch intro, or a deathmatch video rather, battle report, you will see that same intro. So it's kind of like a twofold objective here. It's to show you the new intro and to explain the 40k deathmatch. Now, this is how the 40k deathmatch works. You create 500 points of models. Every model that you include, which needs to be an infantry model, so no monsters, creatures, or vehicles, there needs to be an appropriate points value for the model. So let's use Chaos Space Marines as an example. Let's take a regular Chaos Space Marine. You can't just bring him in a regular game. You have to bring at least 5 of him, right? And so you have like 100 points or whatever it is. I don't remember off the top of my head. It's something like that. Now, that's too many points for a 500 point game. So what you do is you look at how many points it would be to add an additional model. In this case, it's 13 points. So this one Chaos Space Marine is 13 points. To give him a close combat weapon is another 2 points, so it's 15 points. And let's say I wanted to arm him with a Melta, that's 10 points. 25 points for this one Chaos Space Marine model. Infantry model. That's how it works. And the idea is to include as many of these guys as possible. So what I did is I made a whole bunch of cultists. And I gave them different weapons. And then I included a bunch of Chaos Space Marines and I gave them different weapons. And then I grabbed a Berserker and a Plague Marine and a Noise Marine and a Thousand Sun, and then I threw in a Sorcerer and a special HQ character. Now that's the thing. That's the last guy that comes out. They come in a subsequent order. So your cultist is first, your lowest minions first, and then you go all the way to the big bad boss at the end. And the idea is for both sides to fight each other one-on-one in an arena. When one beats the other, the guy stays there until someone is able to eliminate him. And then that guy stays there, and then more guys enter one at a time until that guy's eliminated. And it's just a game of elimination until the very end. And hopefully, you get that HQ versus that HQ in an epic battle to the death. That is the idea behind the 40k deathmatch. So, let me show you a clip here of what we have done in the past. First off, before I play the video, just let me give a big shout out to Dream Spirit Wargaming. They made that arena. They made the Blood Angels portion of the arena. The walls that were added on the side, the smaller walls, that's Greenleaf terrain. But the actual center, you see the 2 doors there, or the 3 doors actually, 3 doors, and the statue of Sanguinius, and the walls, the cathedral type base. That is Dream Spirit Wargaming. So thank you, Milos, for creating this, sending this to me, providing an awesome backdrop for the 40k deathmatch. I used it so far. I'm going to use this in all of the 40k deathmatch videos because it is just too epic and too perfect of a terrain piece to let go, because guys enter each of the doors, or they enter the arena through each of the doors on either side. Not the door in the middle, but on the doors on either side, and it just works out perfectly. The distance is 18 inches between the 2 far doors, and so guys can move up 6. They can shoot any weapon they have that is 12 inches, and possibly even assault if they get within the 12 range, if they're lucky on the first turn that they enter. So it works out perfectly. Now what you see there is a crate in the middle, a red crate, and then 2 smaller crates on either side. They act as the terrain. They provide cover. You can go on top of it. You can boast that you are the best champion in the deathmatch and bring on any challenge that might come your way. Or you can hide behind it as a new guy enters the opposite end of the board, so that the weapon that he's carrying can't hurt you at all because there's no line of sight whatsoever. You can also deep strike in this thing. Note that if you do deep strike, it'll count as a mishap if you don't land on the ground. So there's a special rule that I made up where if you land anywhere but the ground, so if you land on any of the crates or even the stairs leading up to the doors, you'll have a bit of a mishap. But if you land on the ground, you're good. And the reason why I did that is because deep striking units are typically a little stronger, than your regular infantry model that's able to come in. So a Terminator that comes in, he's a bit stronger, so you're going to have a little bit more opportunity for him to get hurt. Same with a Tau model. There's some Tau models that can deep strike, and a number of other models that can deep strike. So let me show you this clip here, show you what it's all about, and I'll give you a snippet of the Astra Militarum army that was used in this particular deathmatch.
Looking at the deathmatch arena right now, this is what we're doing. First off, I'd like to give a shout out to Dream Spirit Wargaming. Thank you very much for making this Blood Angel terrain that we're using so appropriately for the deathmatch for the Imperial Guard versus Chaos Space Marines. Let's take a look at what you have brought to the deathmatch, starting at this end.
Oh, so first we have Nork Deck Dog, followed by Sergeant, Veteran, Grenade Launcher Veteran, Flamethrower Veteran, Heavy Flamer Veteran, Melta Veteran, Plasma Veteran, Demo Charge Veteran, Gunnery Sergeant Harker, Master of Ordnance, Astropath, Colonel Ironhand Straken, and 2 heavy weapon platforms, autocannon, heavy bolter.
So that is an example of a lineup, a deathmatch lineup. Each guy enters individually until he is taken out, or he just stays until whatever, he's eliminated. That's how it works, one model at a time. Now, going on to the list that I brought.
I have the exact same list that I feel in the last battle report, but in the event that you did not see the other battle report, I'm just going to go over it really quick. Here's the regular cultist with a close combat weapon and an auto pistol. Cultist with an auto gun, cultist with flamer, cultist with heavy stubber. Chaos Space Marines, one with a flamer, a heavy bolter, a Reaper autocannon, a plasma gun, and a melta gun. In the back we have a Core Berserker, no upgrades. We have a Plague Marine, no upgrades. Noise Marine with a Sonic Blaster, 1000 Sun with just a regular bolter with infernal bolts. And we got a sorcerer with 2 psychic abilities, and we have Karn the Betrayer. That is the chaos.
So, going back to the layout here, you'll notice that you see Defi and a bunch of Chaos Space Marines on the right, and then you see a Leman Russ with a couple heavy platforms and a bunch of guardsmen on the left. Those guys are spectators. Now, they don't actually do anything in the deathmatch except for narratively cheer on their brethren. Now, if you do have blast templates that scatter, those guys can be killed. Does that affect the outcome of the deathmatch? No, but it's just fun. It's pure fun factor to see that happen. One time, one guy got really close to Defi, and he attempted to kick him. He missed, but it was good, and that's why. So the questions that I have for you are these. What lists can you think of that would be good to bring in a deathmatch? And that's why I said before, if you could please leave them on the video that will be posted later. Save your comments and leave it for the video later, because then I'll be able to really think it over, dissect it, and do everything that would be appropriate for me to create different lists. Now, you can create other lists, but I prefer Chaos Space Marine lists, just for ideas. This seems to be, the one that you saw here, the Chaos Space Marine list that you saw here, seems to be a pretty solid list. It's a all-comers list for anything. Karn the Betrayer is awesome in close combat, so he is scary when it comes to just whatever he would fight. I am clicking on this thing here, and it looks like my memory is a bit tied up here, so I'm not going back to the other webcam. Oh, there we go. Okay. It's all good. So, a Lord with the Burning Brand of Scalathrax. Yes, good idea. Anything with a Chaos Artifact, that would be a good idea. Black Mace, can you imagine the Black Mace in this deathmatch? That would be fun. That'd be a lot of fun. Dave versus Khorne. Not really sure what that means, since a quarter of the time I am Khorne following, so I'll have to leave that up to chance. I'll roll a die maybe. 125 cultists. Would that fit in a 500 points? I think that would. So it's 50 points for 10. And so it would be... wow, that'd be a lot of cultists. That'd be a lot of cultists, man. Wow. Okay, that would be kind of funny. Now that's if you, like, added a whole bunch. But they would be, like, bare bones cultists. So it would just, like... it would drive your opponent nuts, man. You would just take him out forever and ever. But although that would be fun, I don't know if that would take out the opponent like you would want it to. However, if you brought Typhus and you made your cultist plague zombies and you brought a whole whack of plague zombies before Typhus came out, maybe that's a better chance of eliminating whatever you're facing. So here's the parameters. Okay, I saw a comment there. Can you bring 3 HQ choices? And what I would say is, yes, you can bring 3 HQ choices. Heck, you can bring 5 if they're like 100 points each, just as long as the points equal 500 points. Because the idea is that there's no restriction, there's no force org on it. If you're confident that your 3 HQ characters can take out whatever is being thrown at you, then all the power to you. So try it out, see if it actually works. If it doesn't work, then you're like, oh, okay, well, that wasn't the best strategy, because even though these guys are strong and they're beefy, it wasn't strong enough to withstand the 30 guys that he threw at me. Just a matter of numbers there. So I found that bringing a whole bunch of guys, each one equipped with a special weapon, made it very balanced. Perhaps it's because my opponents, all 3 times, because I've had the 3 death matches, they brought similar lists where they brought a whole bunch of different guys with different war gear, and we eliminated each other, and it was a good balanced game. Maybe that's why it was balanced. But I've never actually tried the 3 HQ choice before. Perhaps I should give it a try to see how well it works. you know what? I am going to give it a try. Definitely, because 40k deathmatch, I've had so much fun making these videos, man. Like, when you guys watch these videos, you can feel the energy. And you can feel the fun factor, because it's all fun factor. It's a deathmatch. If you think about it, it's like an arena of chaossy goodness. What could be better than that? And out of all the special scenarios that have been created, and out of the special scenarios that I will create, this is perfect. This fits my playstyle perfectly. Okay, let's see what I'm doing. How about bringing mutilators? I've tried mutilators in the past before, just one, and you would think that they would be good because they're kitted out for close combat. And if you do bring mutilators, if I did bring them, I would think that I would have to maybe give them some upgrades of some sort, because although they're great in close combat, what if you have like just guns that kill you, instant kill you? So that's the one thing. But they would be a good meat shield. They'd be a good meat shield to chase guys. They're not the fastest either. But still, good to throw in there. Good to mix it up and throw in there. Bring 500 points of Warp Talons. That would be scary. That would be really good. Although, guys can kill the Warp Talons. If you have one special character out there, because there's no shooting ability with Warp Talons, so you're relying on getting into close combat with him. And if you have a guy up there that a higher initiative than you, then there's a good chance that your guys will be killed every single time you're stuck with that HQ character, or with a strong character or the higher initiative that's able to just kill you without any chance. Now, you do have your 5-up invul save, so that'll make you more survivable. So that'll make it tough. But if you're like really tough, then the wounding on 4s, if you're fighting a Space Marine equivalent or higher, won't be that great. So, but like I said, that's like tipping it one way, something I've never tried before. I think the original intent for when I created this scenario was that there would be various models, never all one type of model. And that's just what I had in mind, because I thought it'd be cool to showcase a lot of different types of models from the army. But perhaps we should do specialized, just to see how well it would fit, because it's no limits. And the idea of the no limits is that bring whatever you think can beat my list of 500 points. The games actually take longer than one might think too, because it's still a 500 point game in a sense, only it's like a kill team version of it, because you're just dealing with one model at a time, and every single move counts and is important to the outcome of the game. So the games they would probably take longer than a regular 500 point game. In fact, they did. When I played them before, it was more than a couple hours per game. Now, videotaped, it was edited, and it was cut down to be about 40 minutes. And so that's 40 minutes of edited battle report. So it goes by fast. But still, actual gameplay might take a couple hours to play. Nurglings spam. Bloodthirster. Is the Bloodthirster a monstrous creature? I think he is. No monstrous creatures. No monstrous creatures, no vehicles. Can already see Nurgle's toughness 5 models being great to avoid instant death. Most melee units only get up to strength 8 at best, and force weapons being great to get around high toughness, negating instant death. Yes, they would certainly be used a lot. I can see Grey Knights probably doing quite well in a 40k deathmatch. Spawn if it's in close combat. Could you bring Sniper? Or Shapers, rather. Shapers. Is that a Kroot model? Is it? Because if it is, there might be a little bit of an issue with that. No, I'm just kidding. Bring them so I can kill them. That's good. Provided that they are a Kroot model. Crimson Slaughter. Possessed? I'm going to have to get my hands on Crimson Slaughter, because I've been told that over and over again. Dave, you should get Crimson Slaughter because they make Possessed awesome. So why don't I do that? I should do that. We have an iPad here. We got it specifically for that reason, is to get these digital downloads from GW so that we can play these special scenarios. So I'm going to get that soon so I can really look over what it is. I've recently looked over the Hellbrute, the special Hellbrute, the data sheets, and those special formations are fun because there's some that you can bring with cultists. Your cultist providing a 3-up cover save for you, and you make them fearless because you're an icon of chaos, or an idol of chaos, or whatever it was called. basically it's just fun. And you can bring the Hellbrutes as squadrons, so it makes it a little bit better. And apparently they don't count as Force Org. So that'll be something that I'll try in just a regular game of 40k. So back to the deathmatch. Let's see what it comments here. Mounts are not vehicles. That would be true. So, like, Chaos Lord on Juggernaut? Probably. I would love to run 500 points of Necron Wraiths. That's one thing I'm excited about with Unbound. Lots of Destroyers and Wraiths. Dragon Invoker. You have one of those personalities where you like to drink blood because you're a vampire and you've died once and you come back to life. You are now immortal and you have to go around sharing that gift because that also counts as a gift of chaos. Thought bikes were war gear, but didn't realize infantry only. That's a good question. See, this isn't 100% ironed out. You can bring a bike as an upgrade. The restriction that I thought was no monsters, creatures, and no vehicles. So bike, I would say you can bring it because that it's kind of like bringing a jump pack, right? Because you hired toughness, but still like it for movement and all that. So I would say yes, you can bring it. I've always wanted to run a 10 Helldrake army. Goliath online. Oh, that's... don't say things like that because it's music to my ears. Lucius the Immortal could maybe be useful with this dueling capabilities. Do you mean Lucius the Eternal? Same guy or is that his brother? Anyway, Lucius, he would be fun in this. Absolutely. In fact... Nope. I didn't field him yet in a deathmatch, but I think I will. Bring Horus from Forge World. Yep, I will definitely field Horus because my friend Hugo from Ichiban Painting, he's making one for me. So I'm just going to go ahead and wait for that to come in. Can you bring Horus? Of course you can. Does he count as infantry? Is he a vehicle or a monstrous creature? Hold on, is he a monstrous creature? He's a monster. I don't know yet. I haven't looked at his stats. My guess is that he's not a monstrous creature. So I think we could say you could bring him. Dave, bring a rejects list. That would be fun. That would be fun to see if you can beat the rejects. But see, then if we bring the rejects, then Crucian has a built-in ability where he can turn into a demon prince. So maybe it's disqualified because of that. Would that be fun? And I don't think it would equal 500 points. It's probably more like 300-ish. That's my guess. They have rules for few Primarchs. Bring them. Yes. They have bones made of jelly. Yeah, they do. And they're fun to fight in a deathmatch. I've done it once. Wait for that 40k deathmatch battle report because you're going to love it. You're going to love it so much. My goal with this is to make this into a regular type of battle report that you see because it's just so much fun to do. And you can do it. They're fast games, and it's all for fun. That's what it's for. And I like to have fun when it comes to this stuff. Looking at the setup over here, it's a good setup. A squig bomber would be awesome. See, now this is what I'm talking about. All this kind of fun stuff. Cypher, Tyranids. What about Tyranids? You know, see with Tyranids, there's a lot of monstrous creatures, right? So that's what you're thinking of. Like, what could be a good Tyranid list? I'm sure there's a good amount of upgrades you can bring with Tyranids. That'd be good. Would Chaos Lords still be able to turn into demons through the mutation table? I would say yes. So can Crucian? Maybe Crucian just rolls on the boon table. Maybe that's how he turns into a demon prince. But if that happens, like the likelihood of that actually happening in an actual game the likelihood is so low that I would say yes, because in the event that happens, you deserve to win. So that would be allowed. We'll make that allowed. And so if there's ever a case where that happens, we'll just declare in the game that it's predetermined that that's okay. Because there's still things that can take down monstrous creatures or demon princes. They're not Eternal Warrior. So 1 force weapon, bam. 1 strength 10 weapon, instant kill. He's not immortal. How far can I walk per turn? How far can you walk per turn? It's the same movement, and moving, shooting, assaulting, all those rules apply to the scenario. So within the space that I showed you before, I'm not going to go back to it right now because it's going to freeze up the video, but the arena, you can move however far you move. If it's 6 inches, if you don't have a jump pack, then that's what it is. If you do, then it's 12 inches. Or if you happen to have a bike, it's your regular movement. Dire Avengers. Oh, that makes me think of Joe. I really want to have a 40k death match against Joe. I think that would be a lot of fun. Okay, now, I'm going to go ahead and do the giveaway right now. I think I've gotten a lot of good ideas here from the chat. And like I said before, if you have any additional ideas, please do leave them on the recorded video afterwards. I'm going to post this on YouTube, and I'm going to post it on the site afterwards. And so if you could leave your suggestions on those videos, that'd be greatly appreciated so that I can perfect the 40k deathmatch. Now, let's go on to the giveaway. Here's the viewership list. I'm going to copy this. It'll work this week because, nope, it's not working, of course. Why doesn't it ever work? I wonder if it works if I do this. Nope, still not working. Okay, so we're going to have to ask for Drewski's help once again. Is Drewski watching? Yes, he is, because he is a devoted follower of Chaos. I know for sure you collect Blood Angels, but do you collect Chaos? I don't remember. No, of course you do. You sent me that link to that massive demon prince made from that different company. That looks really awesome. So of course you are. Drewski, if you could please send me the viewership list, that'd be awesome, man. Like, I think everyone would love you a lot. And your charisma factor will go up by probably like 10%. I was going to say 2, but that's not enough to make anyone happy about anything. It's got to be 10. So I can wait for the email because... and the reason why I'm asking Drewski and not Jed is because last week it wasn't working for Jed as well. So perhaps there could be a race between Jed and Drewski to see who gets me the viewership list first. Because this is important. What's this for? This is for this squad of converted Plague Marines. Sorry, you can't see them. And some of them will come a little bit maybe weaponless. Like this one guy doesn't have a weapon. This guy does. He's got a weapon. This guy doesn't have an arm, but I'll include the arm so you can glue it on. It's not going to be 100%, just so you know. These aren't models that I made. They're models that I received from somebody. Here's the icon right there. Icon of despair, which I would never put on my guys. Don't do it. Anybody? Is there a list coming? No list. Jed? Somebody. Is somebody there? If I don't receive a list, I'm just going to have to ask a question to the viewership. And the first person to get the answer right is going to get the prize. Because, you know, the proper way of doing it, which is the random.org way, which is to make it completely random, it's not working right now. I'm not receiving a list. It's not working for me. I can't copy and paste this list. That's ridiculous. Come on. Okay, what about if I do this? I control A. That work? Maybe this will work. You know what? I'm going to try this, guys. Hope that this works. If it does, then... Whoa, what just happened there? Oh... No. I thought not. I thought it was too good to be true. Okay. In the interest of time, I think that I'm just going to have to... Oh, wait, hold on. Check my inbox. Thank you, Priestley26. However, the viewership list is not complete. Here we go. Drewski. Okay, we have a completed list from Drewski. You know what? One of these days, we should just give Drewski some models for doing this for everyone. Because if it wasn't for him, someone wouldn't be getting Plague Marines today. So, you got to thank Drewski as well. All right, here we go. Ooh, good amount of people on here. .org. 1 and 105. Okay. Generate a number. Number 41. Number 41 is Sketh 1. And check this out. Here's the list that I generated. Hopefully you can see it. Oh no, it's like way too... Okay, this is really trippy. You can't see it. It's all blurry. Sorry. I took off the automatic focus because I didn't want you to see it going in and out. But Sketh is the winner of these models. So congratulations, Sketh. You are the winner of these Plague Marine models. I know that they're going to a good home. Thank you very much. By the way, Sketh, something special about Sketh is that he has received a Chaos cube, a die cube, a red cube. And he has done something with this. He is given it his powers of chaos, and he's going to send it back to me. Because when he sends it back to me, I'm going to take a look at it, examine it in the Shrine of Chaos, and then I'm going to send it out to another follower of chaos. So, how's that going, Sketh? Is that going good? Has it been mailed out already? Did you do what you were going to do on it? Did you apply your chaosy goodness to it? Here, look at the comments here. Not yet. Well, I'm just... Miss, do you need my info? Okay. He is distracted by the fact that he won. That's my guess because... Just asked the question. Didn't get an answer. Finally won a model from Dave. I'm crying blood right now. That's a very good reaction, Sketh. I like it. That goes... Oh, here we go. I'm working on the project right after this show. It should be in the mail by the end of the week. Sounds good. Sorcerer Raptora, someday you will try and win. Because we shall never give up on receiving gifts of chaos. Priestley26, thank you for sending me the list initially, although it wasn't complete, so I couldn't use your list. But the attempt was noted. I noticed that you tried. Very good. Now, this is what we're going to do. We're going to open up the calls to a little bit of this before we leave. I'm only going to accept one call today because... Well, that's just what I'm going to do. That's all I have time for today. And again, I apologize for the fuzziness, the blurry. The background should not be in focus. It should be the foreground. It should be the eyes of terror. That's what should be in focus here. First caller. Who's going to be the first caller? What about Troll's book? I haven't got it. Do you live in the UK? Are you in Europe? Because if you are, it's very possible that it hasn't arrived yet. Right, here we go. Welcome to the Shrine of Chaos. Do you collect Tau?
No, but I never will, Dave.
That is a fantastic answer that shall be written down in the Book of Blood. How are you, my brother?
I'm doing good, Dave. You?
I'm doing excellent. And what is your name?
It's Sketh.
Sketh! Hey, winner.
Yeah, and I also beat Thavian.
Yeah, I think that's Thavian trying to call in right now. But yes, you did beat him today. Not sure how it happened, but you did it, man. You have the Marcus Lanesh today with your initiative. You got in first. Excellent sauce.
Yeah.
So, Mr. Sketh, do you have a chaotic comment or question?
Yeah, it has to do with, hold on, I'm going to get my codex here so I get everything right. Should have had this out beforehand.
I'm going to get my codex, too, so we can compare notes here.
Okay, then. Find it here. Oh, come on. Where is it going?
Holding one of the models that you're going to be getting very soon, man. Just to let you know. Zombie heads. Pretty sweetness.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm also trying to message Mist here. Sorry we couldn't find the stream. What? I don't know. I'm trying to get to my mail. Two things at once. Not good.
Multitasking? Oh, you're brave. I can't multitask. Like, I suck at it. So, just so you know, that's why. Are you still there? Did you get lost in the warp?
Yeah, no. I'm here.
Okay, man.
I don't get lost in the warp.
Actually, we kind of live in the warp. It's hard to get lost in the warp when you live in it, right?
Exactly. Guys, the shrine's like a beacon if you always get home.
Okay, bro, you got it?
Alright, yeah, okay, so I just gotta get to the right page now.
Something very specific, isn't it? I feel like there's
Yeah.
like a quiz coming up.
Alright, I think, yeah, it's the Hell Brute. Not a question about this one. So, obviously with the new kit that came out, I'm checking that out because I didn't really think about, I'm not going to try and convert that up, even though I've seen some pretty good ones. But now with the options, how would you actually kit out in full a Hell Brute? Basically.
Well, let's pull up this program right here, and let me tell you. That's a very good question, and I'm glad you asked me that question because I plan on collecting more Hell Brutes. I have actually already have. I have 3 in my possession right now. No, 4, excuse me. And 2 of them are painted, 2 of them are not, and there's another one coming. And I want to create some of those formations that are available. Now, how would I kit one out? What are the options? We have a missile launcher, plasma cannon, power fist, power scourge, Reaper autocannon, thunderhammer, twin-linked heavy bolter, twin-linked glass cannon. Those are the options, right? And we can also add a combi bolt gun and a heavy flamer, and possibly another missile launcher, power scourge, and thunderhammer. Like just a lot of options, right? Now, what's the default? The default is the multi-melta and the power fist, right?
Yep.
I am partial to missile launchers and twin-link glass cannons. That's what I like. Because to put a multi-melta on a Hell Brute, even though that's how he's defaulted with, but if I had the option, if I were to put that on him, that limits what he's able to do substantially. A last cannon, that's like your best thing that you could do, but it's costly. So missile launcher, that's kind of like the in-between that kind of hits that sweet spot that should kill stuff every time, especially if you're fighting hordes. That's what I would like to do. In fact, you can double missile launcher him, can't you? I think that's a yes. You can.
Let's look.
Because you can replace your multi-melta with a missile launcher, and then you can also replace the power fist with another missile launcher. So you can double missile launcher him.
It doesn't say missile launcher on. It's only the power fist gets to be replaced with that. So you can only take one apparently. Are you this right? Additional power fist? No. It doesn't say another missile launcher, just says one.
Well, with because I have Army Builder here, they're pretty good at providing accurate options here for the war gear. Okay. Right? So I'm pretty sure you can with this. I would trust this because they haven't been wrong so far. In my experience with the armies that I've used it for. I haven't used it for every single gaming system, but for the Chaos Space Marines, they seem to be pretty good with this. So basically, you replace your multi-melta and power fist with 2 missile launchers. That's what I would do. That'd be my number 1 choice. Number 1.
2 missile launchers? Cool.
2 missile launchers. Because, like, guys that... You can't ignore a 2 missile launcher Chaos Dreadnought. Right? Like, that's dangerous, so you want to shoot at it. But if you shoot at that, then you're avoiding the things that are in your face. Like, maybe some Warp Talons. Or maybe some, like, Plague Zombies.
Warp Talons.
Yeah, Warp Talons are... I like those too. Even though they're very expensive, I like them.
I haven't gotten to use mine yet. They're still being painted.
Oh.
Backpacks off and everything.
Dude! Oh man, you gotta mark of Slanesh them, and you gotta use them with Veterans of the Long War against Space Marines, because that is one of the best experiences that you'll have in all of your life fielding a Chaos Space Marine army, is to do that. You're a garbage man when you do that. You just clean it up, man. It's that easy. Feels so good. That's a good feeling. I like to feel good.
You should try and field just a bunch of Warp Talons as your main army. Just some weird game.
That would be a very weird game. So that would probably have to be
like versus like a bunch of boys. See how far you can get.
That would be nuts. You know, that'd be kind of crazy. No, the sad thing about Warp Talons, though, is that you can't put icons of chaos on them. So you can't give them Feel No Pain, and you can't give them the Furious Charge or anything good like that. But you can give them marks.
You don't benefit from Nurgle with the Feel No Pain or anything like Marines do?
No. If you give the Mark of Nurgle, it's just higher toughness. That's all it gives the Warp Talons. And so if it's a bunch of boys, what I would do is I would definitely give them Mark of Khorne, because you attack at a higher initiative anyway, and it gives you rage. Rage and counterattack, man. That's what I would do if I'm fighting against boys. Warp Talon, Mark of Khorne. Definitely.
Everyone else, Marcus Lanesh, then.
Well, against Space Marines, for sure, Marcus Lanesh. Everything else... Well, that actually depends. Like, if you're fighting something with a lot of good AP weapons, I might put the Marcus Inch on them, because that'll make them invulnerable, save 4. So, because they're defaulted 5. Because they're demons, man. They cause fear. That's pretty scary in and of itself. How often do you play?
You really come up a lot?
Do what come up a lot?
I've actually gotten to use it.
What are you talking about? Fear?
Yeah, I haven't gotten to use it once.
I use it occasionally. Like, a lot of the stuff in my armies that I field have fear, and so it just comes up all the time. Does it work? Maybe like a quarter of the time does it actually work. People fail their leadership and they have to roll a 5 to hit me. But it's just a default. I would never upgrade my guys to give them fear. It's always a default. All the demons of chaos, or all of my demons that have the demon rule in my Chaos Space Marine army have it. So it's just a nice little additive.
I've just missed it when I've been playing, then.
It's a nice little additive, for sure. Yeah, nice little additive. So that's what the icon of despair gives you. Gives you fear. That's what, if you have the Mark of Nurgle. So, but don't give guys that. That's a waste. That's a waste of points, for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that answers my question. Thank you.
Yeah. You're very welcome. Thank you for your question.
Yeah, just want to say this. I'm going to have to email you, Dave. Then can you send the email to Mist? Because I can't send him messages or even receive them. So,
Oh.
so what is wrong with Twitch?
Okay, there's some sort of like guardsman in there tinkering with the Voxcaster. Okay, I'm going to have to see about that. So
I think Tower's getting in the way.
even better, because we can all gang up on that right there. That's no good for anyone. All right. Thank you very much for calling in. You beat Davian this week.
Yes, I did.
That's a feather in your cap, man. He's pretty quick. He's usually in here first. So you're always welcome back in the Shrine of Chaos. I look forward to that nice chaotic gift that I'll be receiving back from you.
It's so epic. I mean,
It's going to be good, man.
I want to spoil it. I can't spoil it. No.
I don't like spoilers, so
Neither do I.
I appreciate you not spoiling it.
Yeah. All right. Talk to you later, Dave. And Miss, I'll get you too.
All right, later, brother. Bye.
All right, later. Bye-bye.
That concludes this week's Shrine of Chaos. Thank you very much for joining the show today. If you're watching the recorded video, check out the comments in the video description below, or check out the links, rather, not the comments. You don't put comments in the video description. That just clutters stuff up. Leave a comment, but check out the links in the video description below. You're going to see a Chaos Comet Bomb. You're going to see... I'll put Dream Spirit Wargaming in there as well, because they created that awesome deathmatch Sanguinius terrain piece. I want to include that as well. And are there any others that I can think of right now? If there are, and I haven't included it at this point in time in the video, I apologize. But those two links for sure. Check them out. It's going to be awesomeness. I hope you enjoyed this week's Shrine of Chaos. It's every 2 weeks. So if you're watching this video, and it's like, if you do the math and it's like 2 weeks from now that you'll see the next one, then that's when it'll come up. I like to do these every couple weeks. Please do leave a comment, like I said before. And because this helps me. This helps me perfect the battle report of the deathmatch. So it'll provide me with thoughts and ideas that I hadn't come up with on my own. Because we all like to share in the chaosy goodness. That's how it works. So thank you very much. We'll see you in a couple of weeks in the Shrine of Chaos. Happy work.